In this island right here, I'm gonna attempt to survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. It's just me and the 2 oak trees. There's nothing else on the island. And don't forget, there is no second chance. It's Vivek's, and let the journey begin right here. And here we go, day 1 on the island, and it's just me and the 2 trees. And as I had absolutely nothing else to do on this island, I started punching down those trees. And there was an ocean monument right near the island, which I would claim later, but for meantime, I needed to think fast. Thankfully, those trees dropped some saplings which I planted across the island. And then I got some stones with my wooden pickaxe and crafted a full set of stone tools. And went down to the ocean. I had absolutely no food in my inventory, so I went down to get some fishes that were roaming around, which would help me stay alive for a while. And as the sun of day 1 was setting, I decided to go down to mining. I got some coal here and there. I couldn't get any iron, but that's absolutely fine for now. Day 2, I successfully survived my first night in this island. And then I planted some seeds, got some fishes down from the ocean, and there was a turtle on my island. My first friend in this hardcore journey. I said hi to him and went straight down to mining. I had absolutely nothing to do up there. Fortunately, this time I was able to get some iron, with which I crafted my first iron pickaxe. Isn't it iron pick? Yes it is. I got down to Y level 11 and started strip mining, which kinda helped me get some resources. Day 3, I got back up and made a full set of iron tools. I even made a chest plate and some iron boots, which will let me stay a bit safer. Then I found a little cave as I was just strip mining, where I found my first monsters, and there was a zombie villager right there. I tried to make him follow me to a little safer place, but this freaky skeleton killed him, so he had no right to live. I was really happy that a spider was waiting for me at the island, because I could get some strings out of it and craft a bed, but it didn't drop it. Day 4, I did a big mistake. As I was trying to get my hands on some fishes, I almost drowned and died. I was just 1 millisecond away from death. I went back to the island and grabbed some apples. I was in total panic mode. Now it's time to chill down for a while. I made a full set of iron armor and I was feeling a bit confident now. And there were some scattered islands around me, and I thought I should have a look on that. I got absolutely nothing out of those except some sugar canes, which I knew were pretty useful. I got a look on the other islands too. They had absolutely nothing for me, so I decided to get back home. Then I planted all the sugarcanes I got around my island. And as the night approached, 4 phantoms ganged up on me, so I had to run down to the underground. Without a bed, it was just getting so hard. I found a little lava pit down there, so I decided to make a portal right there. I made it like a speed runner, but it was my first time making another portal this way. And the portal was ready. I went through that portal to have a look on how the spawn was going to be. And it was in a cave, which was a lot safer than outside, so I didn't have to worry about covering the portal. And I went to have a look around, and I was not prepared to face the nether at all, so I decided to get back. And as the sun of day 5 was rising, I started terraforming the land. But I could not stay on the island at night. The phantoms always tried to get me, so I decided to get back to the nether, you know. I made my way down out of this cave, I did some explorations, and I had a really close encounter with the ghast. Ooh, that was really close. And there we go. I did it. As there are absolutely no resources on the island, I head out for a little exploration. I went out to see if I could get to mainland, and sure I did, and I got to a village. The villagers were right there waiting for me. And I stole everything I could from this village. I stole their beds, their furnaces, and there were some cows right there. A living, breathing animal, which would be a great supply of food. The night approached and I had a good full night's sleep. I was really happy that I got my hands on some beds. And then it was time to transport these cows to my island. I got one first, got back to the village and got another. And there we go, they made a sweet little baby right there. They were inside some fences for now, but I'll definitely make a pen for them later. Day 8, it was time to start building a real base. The base was complete and I started making a storage area. Then I went down for strip mining, where I got my first diamonds. Here we go. And everything was getting a lot better now. Diamonds, a really good source of food, a bed, and then I spotted a shipwreck from my island. Not a good load, I should say, and I couldn't get any buried treasure map out of that. And then I started extending the island a little bit for farming. On day 12, I went to the mainland to collect some spruce wood. I collected as much wood as I could, and right at the sunset, I got back home and started working on animal pens. I made 3 separate pens for cows, sheep, and chickens. As my island had absolutely no room for growing trees, I made an area just for growing trees. Oak trees on one side and bigger spruce trees on the other. And then I moved all those cows into their new home. And I could see the cows were really happy in their new home. I kinda didn't like the design I was trying to come up with these pens, so I tore it down and now it looks like this. Then I went to the mainland and got some chickens. Then I put them on some boats and I went out for a little exploration and I found some axolotls swimming right under the village. So I got 2 of them in my buckets and tamed my first best friend, a cat. I tamed another cat too, and surprisingly they started breeding and made another cat. So now I had 3 cats as pets. Anyways, I spent the night in the village, and on the other day I went out to see if I could get some sheep. I found an igloo right there, so I went in and got all the carpets. I needed some. And then it was time to sail off to my home with my chicken. The cute little cat was trying to come with me, but I promised I'll get him later. On the way I found a shipwreck where I couldn't find a buried treasure map, but the loot was kind of okay. I got the chicken to his pen and started throwing some eggs that I got, and I got 2 more chickens. That means I didn't need to take the other 2 chickens back here. I made a little aquarium in my base for the axolotls. It wasn't looking that good, but it was okay. And now it was time for a mining session where I got some more diamonds, some more iron, and as I was just mining, I got mining fatigue effect. That means I was mining close to the ocean monument. I knew I could mine more efficiently down in the island, so I got to the mainland and started mining there. I got to a ravine and started exploring the caves that I could find. And this cave system was really big, and I was able to get a lot of resources that I would need. Mainly I was here for iron, so I mined every single piece of iron that I could find. Day 20, I got out of the ravine and these cute little cats were waiting for me outside. So this time I took one cat with me to his new home. Then I crafted my first diamond pickaxe and went down to get some obsidian because now it was time to make a nether portal up into my base. The portal was finished and now this is how it looked, and I kinda liked how it came out. And now it's time to make a brand new enchantment area. I built it just in the side of the animal pens. And with the books I was able to get, I could only make 13 bookshelves, but I would only enchant when I get to full levels. So I got started on another build, a more of an XP farm. And that's how it ended up looking like, and it took a big chunk of my island. And it was working just fine, and I was quite happy about that. And now I got enough leather and papers to craft another 2 bookshelves. That means I can enchant to full levels now. So I enchanted my diamond pickaxe, and I got fortune 3 on that. Really good. Then I went to the nether to grab some cores to get some XP, but I did not get quite lucky with the enchantments on my sword. So I just went down to mining. I spent a lot of time down in the mines. I got a lot of coal, a lot of iron, but the main reason I was here for was for diamonds, but I just could not get any. I crafted a bow and tried to test my luck on it. I got infinity on that one. I won't say that's bad. And then I went to the nether again, got some cores, got some XP, got back home, crafted another bow and enchanted that one too, and got unbreaking 3 only. I was not really getting lucky at the enchantments. Day 33, I went to explore the west side of my world, and I stumbled across a desert. And then I went to explore the desert on my foot on straight west direction. I did not want to get lost in here. And I was surprised the desert temple was not that far away. Then I went straight in and blocked the entrance. I did not want any trouble in here. I carefully got my way down and I got really good loot on the chest. No, I did not forget the TNTs, and I had a little fight with the skeleton. He shot me straight in the center of my head. That was funny. Then I spent the whole night just inside the desert temple. And as the sun of day 34 came out, I left the desert temple and I found a desert village right behind the hill. So I went to explore that one, and that was the biggest Minecraft village I've ever seen. It was really scattered around. Anyways, I collected all their hay bales and I went around to see if I could find something, and I found another desert village right there, but it was really small. Anyways, I spent my night in there and woke up and collected all their bookshelves. And I don't know what this villager was trying to do with his head, but it was really strange. Then it was time to leave the village. Day 36, I got back home and went straight to the nether. Cause now it was time to find a nether fortress, and I did find one down there. And there were no ways to go down there, so I had to dig and make a little way. And I could tell the blazers were really angry to see me there. They almost got me. And this was my second time surviving with half an heart. I was panicking real hard. And then I got my entry on the terrible fortress. And it was getting really terrible for me. Everything here was trying to kill me. And that's how I got to my first chest. Not bad. Diamonds in the second one. Really good. I tried to get everything I could get out of this fortress. And with some really good loot in my inventory, it was time to get the heck out of the fortress. A bright sunny day, I was in a good mood. And with this enchantment on my new diamond pickaxe, my happiness was off the roof. I went to Nether and I don't know why I bothered with the piglins. I wanted to get some ender pearls out of those, but all I got was just fire resistance potions and some nether bricks. A literal waste of gold. As I was just roaming around, I found another nether fortress. That was cool, but I was off to find the world-forest biome. Cause I know this biome in the nether spawns a lot of endermen. As I was just killing these endermen, an ugly pigman came out of nowhere and gave me a hug. Anyways, I got back to my work, killing those endermen one by one. Some did drop the ender pearls, some did not, but I was able to get 8 ender pearls out of this trip, which was not bad at all. Then I got back home and managed my inventory, crafted a diamond chest plate, enchanted that one, got protection 4 but got thrones too. I did not want thrones of that, but it's okay for now. Crafted the Eye of Enders with all the ender pearls I had. I crafted another bow and got power 4 on that one, so I just combined my previous bow with it. And now on day 44, it was time to locate a stronghold. No, it was not time to fight the ender dragon yet. I just wanted to loot this stronghold, try to get some better stuff so I can get prepared a little bit more. And it took me a lot of time to locate this stronghold. Finally, I got to the place where the Eye of Enders pointed straight down, the mossy stone brick that I wanted to see. I spy. I was inside the stronghold. The stronghold was kind of broken, but I carried on exploring, and it did not take me a lot of time to find the portal room. It needed 12 ender pearls to be activated. I had 6, so I just put it right there. And started exploring the remaining of the stronghold. I finally got to the library, got an enchantment book that was kinda okay. Then I started collecting a lot of books, an entire 5 stacks of books, which will be really good for trading with the villagers later on. Then I got to another library. There was just one chest in there, and that was the loot right there. No kidding, I was totally disappointed with the loot I got from this stronghold. So I just left, and it was a freezing night, getting a lot hectic. But I located a village as I was coming back, so I just spent the night in there. I found a shipwreck on the way back home, and got a buried treasure map out of that too, and the treasure was not that far. So I just went to loot it, and got some pretty good loot, I should say. Pretty better than this stronghold. And then I just got back home, put sharpness 3 on my sword, and there was a zombie villager in my mob grinder. So I carefully took the other ones out and blocked the grinder for a while. Then I just got him in the boat just like that, and I was bringing the potion of weakness right at the side of the villager, because I did not want him to despawn. And now there was a villager in my island. He straight went in and started sleeping in the bed I put for him, and then I just blocked him around. And at the night time, it was time for some mining, where I got some diamonds. So I mined all of them with my trusty Fortune 3 pick. I really needed to do something about these chickens, but for now I had to go to the nether and grab some XP. Got back home and crafted leggings and some diamond boots. I enchanted them one by one, got protection 3 on both, and I even got depth strider 3 on the boots. And I kid you not, I got another zombie villager in the mob grinder. So I did the same with this one too, got him in the boat and started healing him right there. And now I had 2 villagers in my base. That means I didn't need to go to the village to get some villagers in here. It was really a good thing for me. Then I went to enchant my sword. Did not get quite lucky with this, but I got really lucky with my helmet though. Day 50, it was time to get to the nether. I went straight to the war forest and started looking for endermen. I had looting 2 sword on me, so it did not take me a lot of time to get the ender pearls. I just needed 6 and then I just got back home. I realized I did not have enough blaze powder to make the offenders, so I had to go back to the nether and kill some blazes. And then I enchanted my diamond sword and got fire aspect on that, I'll take it. And now it was time to prepare for the ender dragon fight. I brewed some potions of strength and slow falling. And on day 52, it was time. I knew the stronghold was in the east direction, so I thought making a straight line to the east in the nether and making a portal right there would be a lot easier. But I was still far away from the stronghold, so I had to locate it again. I did find it, and I tried the MLG water bucket trick to go down, but it did not work. Anyways, I got to the portal room and filled all those portals with the offenders. The portal was ready. Then I had to look around and jump straight in. There was no going back from here. Unfortunately, I spawned inside the main island. I dug my way up and slurped my slow falling potion, and it was time to destroy the end crystals up in the obsidian towers. I was surprised how good I was with these arrow shots. I eventually destroyed all those end crystals, and now it was just me and the ender dragon. I had my potion of strength and the fight was on. As I was dealing good damage to the ender dragon, he launched me up into the air. Thankfully, I had the potion of slow falling. My bow shots were right on point. And as he was just one shot away, I took a bit of time and there you go. I freed the end. A truly beautiful sight. I gathered all the XP. Got my hands on the dragon egg as well for the next generation. But I was not done. I needed the elytra. I spawned at just at the edge of an island, and then my search of an end city went on. It took me a little bit of time. I was falling through the islands. And there it was, my first end city. It did not have any warship though. But I still went in, killed those annoying shulkers, and the loot in the chest were really good. And some even more loot, diamonds, gold, you name it. The loot was really good. But I needed an elytra. So my search for another end city went on. And on day 57, I found one. This end city was really small. It did not have any loot on the main tower. So I just ended up on my way to the end ship and killed that disgusting spawner that was guarding the elytra. Got all the pretty good loot from the chest. And now, the sky was the limit. I had the elytra. As I was trying to get the dragon head, I almost died, but that was another case. For meantime, I just need to find an end gateway and get my ass back home. And then Minecraft congratulated me for what I did. And now it's time to use that glorious XP. I enchanted every single item one by one. And I was getting quite lucky with the enchantments. I really did not expect to beat the enchantments this good. And now here I am, fully enchanted set of diamond armor and diamond tools. I was trying to get the mending book from one of the villagers I had. It took me a little bit of time, but I finally got it and put it on my elytra. Anyway, it's time to get the good night's sleep after so long. And the moment we've all been waiting for. It was time to fly. My island looks really good up from the sky. With my elytra, I got to the mainland because it was time to get my another cat back home. I could tell he was really happy to see his old friend back. Then I just did some farming, and I made some potion of water breathing because now it was time to conquer the ocean monument. So I flew my way to the ocean monument that was just right near my island. Then I just had my water breathing potion and went straight in. There were a lot of guardians at the entrance. Anyways, I got in safe and sound, and the first elder guardian was right there. It did not take me a lot of time to find him, and the fight was on. He had absolutely no chance against me. As the first one was down, it was time to find another. And there was the second one waiting for me right there. And it was not really a trouble for me to take him down. And there was the final one. And there were a lot of guardians around. In a bulk like this, they can do a lot of damage, but I was just coming back and forth and breaking the line, so I took him down just like that. And now the ocean monument was mine. And after the mining fatigue effect was over, I collected some sponge. There was some gold in the center of the monument. I collected some sea lanterns, prismarine blocks, and right at the sunset, it was time to get back home. On the other day, I had some work to do. I needed some sheep, so I headed to the mainland to see if I could get some. And it took me a bit of time to find the sheep, and I lured them all back into the village. First, I got one into the boat and took him home with me. Got him in just like that, then I got back for another one, and I had a really close encounter with the creeper. Anyways, I got the other one in the boat just like that and took him home. And on day 64, I made a little house for the villagers. Technically, it was a breeder, but that's where all the villagers are gonna stay. Eventually, I was gonna fill it all with the beds, but for the meantime, it looked just like that. And on the other day, I transferred the villagers that I had in my house to the breeding hall and started breeding them with carrots. And on day 67, I made all the TNTs with the gunpowder I had, and I went straight to the nether. Because it was time to get my hands on some netherite. The place around my spawn was just full of lava pools, so I had to get a little far from mining. And that was our first bit of ancient debris. Then I started placing down the TNTs, and now it's time to blast it off. And it was time to grab every single ancient debris that I could. Some more blasting, some more ancient debris just like that. I even collected some gold that I was able to find. And with all that mining, I was able to get 18 pieces of ancient debris, which would be enough to upgrade my full diamond armor into netherite. After smelting all those ancient debris and making some netherite ingots, it was time to cover myself with the netherite. We've achieved a lot in just a few days, but I was far from done. I wanted to write another achievement in my book. Yeah, you guessed it right. It was time to kill the wither. So I went straight to the nether fortress to get some wither heads. And that one right there was my first head. It was totally amazing how lucky I was getting with those wither heads. It would take me days to get the 3 wither heads, but now it took me just 2 days to get all those heads. And as I got 3 heads in total, it was time to fly back home. Then I got straight down to the strip mines. It's a lot easier dealing with the wither this way. And as I placed all those wither heads, the wither was summoned. I drank the potion of strength, and now the fight was on. I was dealing a good damage to the wither with my powerful bow, and as he got invincible with my bow shots, I ran into him with my sword. And that was my nether star right there. And then I placed it safely in one of my chests. I had achieved a lot in just 72 days. Day 73, it was time to build a villager trading hall. This is how it looked like. It was a little small, but I was going to expand it as my needs. I made one of the first 2 villagers that I got a farmer, and he was the first guy to be in the trading hall. And I got a zombie out of nowhere in my island. Then I got him in the boat and later in the minecart and took him to his place. This was going to be the place where I would zombify the villagers. Then I got another villager in the trading hall and made him a librarian. I saw the zombie had not despawned yet. I did not have any name tags, so I knew he was going to despawn later. But till then, I can zombify the villagers just like that. And as he was done, I pressed the button and he goes back to his place. Then I could heal the villager right there. The discount was not still that good, but I still got the feather falling full book out of him and put it on my boots. Between day 76 and 81, a lot of my time was spent dealing with the villagers. I got a bunch of cartographers in the trading hall, from which I knew I could make a ton of emeralds by trading glass panes. The zombie eventually despawned, which I knew he would. So I went to get another zombie from the mob grinder. I made a little way to get him in his place. And as I was trying to do so, he picked up a block. That means he won't despawn, and I did not need any name tags. And I carefully got him in place just like that. And I was making a lot of emeralds selling those books to the villager that I got from the stronghold. And I even got a woodland mansion map out of the cartographer. This guy said he would trade emeralds for gold. So I went down to the caves to get some, but a lot of zombies were waiting for me down there. There were a lot. And there was a baby zombie riding a chicken. It was super rare, so I just let him live and got back to some coal mining. I wanted an unbreaking tree for my elytra, so I just got one from a villager. And now it was a big time. With the woodland mansion map in my hand, I was off to find the mansion. And the woodland mansion was thousands and thousands of blocks away, but I found it right before the sunset of day 91. And now it was time to get in the mansion. I broke in through one of the windows at the 2nd floor, and there was a giant cat right there welcoming me. As I found absolutely nothing up there, I went down to the 1st floor. I looted all those chests that I could find, and there were the enemies, the lethal vindicators, zombies, creepers. But the main reason I was here for was for the totem of Undyings, which I would get from the evokers. And there it was, the first evoker that I found in the mansion. I did not want him to summon the annoying Vexes, so I took him out from a distance with my bow. And there was my totem of Undying. With the totem of Undying in my hand, I was feeling a little bit confident. I was looking for some more evokers. I was looking every single corner I could. I searched the entire mansion, but all I could get was just one evoker. I was kinda unhappy. I was expecting to get like 3 or 4 totem of Undyings, but what could I do? It was time to fly back home. I was just making a lot of emeralds by selling glass panes, books, pumpkins, melons. And on day 94, it was time to get some more ancient debris. So it's time to go back to the nether. And it was time to blast it off again. I had 2 netherite scraps back at home, So I needed 18 bits of ancient debris to upgrade all my diamond tools into netherite. With all the TNTs I had, I only got 16 bits of ancient debris. So I had to do a little mining session to get 2 more. Then I got back and smelted all those ancient debris, and it was now time to upgrade every single tool that I had into netherite. Fully upgraded everything into netherite. And I was so close to get all the emerald blocks that I'll need to build the full emerald beacon. And I needed some glass to trade with the villagers. And then I flew straight to the desert and started blasting my shovel on the sand. I got a shulker box full and got back home. As the pathways around my base were looking really ugly, I decided to decorate it a bit. And it was looking really good, I think. And now as I had all the emerald blocks that I'll need to build a full power beacon, I crafted my beacon. And then I started digging my way down to eye level 30 and started building my beacon right there. Cause I wanted to get haste on this one. And I wanted to have enough range when I'm down in the mines. As all 4 layers were done, down goes the beacon. I got my haste to effect and flew back off. And I even decorated the dragon head and the egg right there. I know it's not good, I'll work on it later. I even got the 3 efficiency full books from the villager and put it on my pickaxes and the axe. Now I can insta mine just like that. Day 99. It was a pretty chilly day. I did a bit of farming and I got a good night's sleep for day 100. And we did it. We not just survived the 100 days in this island, we actually thrived. We achieved way more than my expectations. Ender Dragon, Wither, Elytra, Mansion, Ocean Monument, covered myself fully in the netherite, and a full powered beacon. I'm proud of it all. Ow. Hey, step villager, help me, I'm stuck.